Yeah, man, it feels good going out there and competing, right? I mean, it's fun.
I feel like everything you're gonna do is everybody's so curious to what you are now. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand the level of curiosity or whatever, but I just do what I do.
Are you waiting for the games to start, even though it's preseason?
No, I mean, just using this time to really, button things up as a team, get execution down. I'm pretty patient. I know the games are coming eventually, so I'm not necessarily
Kobe,
rushing to get to them.
excuse me, second day of camp, how has your body reacted to all the running?
I feel good. Feel good. Feel fine. I mean, a little sore, which is normal. Everybody gets a little heavy legs on the second day, but feel fine.
What was your process after practice yesterday in terms of any therapy you were doing? Kind of tell us what the recovery process is for you.
Just ice, icing down the legs, stretching, hydration, proper nutrition, and plenty of rest.
what do you think about Steve?
Steve looks great. He looks fine. Looks like Steve.
Did you do more today than you thought you might? Byron talked about limiting you.
No, we talked about it. I mean, we stick to the plan. We stuck to the plan yesterday, stuck to the plan today, so I feel good.
You still feel like you have something in the tank at the end of today?
Yeah, I do.
Kobe, defense has been the emphasis on the first day. What specifically new did Coach add this morning?
Well, really, the primary emphasis is being in proper condition to play defense. I mean, that's rule number one. You can have all the fundamentals in the world and the schemes in the world, but if you're not in condition to play, you're going to try to shortcut a lot of those things.
How do you feel about your lift right now?
Feel about what?
Your lift,
Feel fine. Feel good.
boots, whatever you're catching and what you need to do.
Yeah, I could have, yeah.
We saw you going up and down 5-on-5. How much offense has Coach implemented?
We just started today. We put in a couple sequences today, and today when we scrimmaged was the first time we ever used them in a 5-on-5 setting.
Coach is obviously going to run some Princeton offense. You're very familiar with the triangle offense. How similar are the two?
Extremely. The principles are essentially the same, and you just have a framework to play out of, and from that you just read the defense and work well with your team is on the floor.
You talked yesterday to us that you thought the ingredients were here defensively. When you look at the roster and Byron's offensive scheme, your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, we have guys that do things well. We have guys that have certain strengths, and the key is to play to their strengths. To figure out what they can do, figure out what they're best at, and try to put each other in positions to be successful.
At what point this summer did you feel like, okay, I'm back to where I need to be?
Well, I felt pretty good, but I hadn't played 5-on-5 until I came in here before camp opened up. So that was the first time I got up and down, had a chance to kind of test it with contact, and that's when I felt like I didn't have to think about anything else from that point.
Do you not have anything tentative at all right now?
Nah.
Do you feel any particular progressions you look at this 5-on-5 as opposed to 1-on-1?
I'm sorry?
Did you notice any particular progressions when you compare this 5-on-5 to 1-on-1?
No, I'm past progressions. I mean, I am what I am right now. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to best say that. I mean, I'm me. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Practice today that you weren't able to do?
Not that I can't do it. I mean, we just have a schedule in place of when to rest and when not to rest.
Interesting, the other day you lost about 10, 12 pounds this offseason. What were the things that went into that?
Just being smart about nutrition, really focusing on that. I did that a couple years ago as well. Really honed in on that sort of stuff, and this summer was a major emphasis, obviously.
How did the body feel when you got out of bed this morning after your first practice?
I feel fine.
You talked about needing to make certain minor adjustments to your game just coming back. Do you still feel that way now you've played 5-on-5, or does it feel like you're doing the same stuff you always will?
Well, I mean, it depends on the opposition. There'll be certain guys who, when I was younger, I could beat with quickness, and now probably not, right? So you make those adjustments kind of from game to game. It depends on who you're matching up with.
Are you more concerned about adjusting defensively than the offensive side?
I was, but not anymore. I feel fine.
You mentioned the conditioning part as far as that being a huge factor with the defense. What's the key in being able to use that to offset the fact that you use 7-footers?
To do what?
How do you guys use the conditioning part to be able to offset just the fact that there's no 7-footers on the team?
Who has 7-footers in the league? I don't think anybody does, really. So maybe Indiana, and that's about it.
Chicago has one.
Chicago has one. That's about. I mean, you're very limited in the amount of 7-footers that you have. I just think conditioning is just a part of the NBA game. Period. Part of any sport. I mean, if you're not in proper condition, you can't play championship level ball.